I want to announce I'm engaged. Austin raised his glass. His new fiancée showed off her ring. The family cheered. Then the doorbell rang. His sister went to answer. She came back with a guest. Look who's here! It was Cameron, his ex-wife, more beautiful than ever. And behind her, 4 children in matching outfits walked in. 4 identical children. They ran to Austin's mother. Grandma! Austin's face went pale. His fiancée looked at the children's faces, then at Austin. Those kids look exactly like you. You told me you never had children. But before we dive into the full story, let me know where you're watching from and what time it is. Now, subscribe to the channel and let's get started. Will you marry me? Austin Reed held the small black box in his shaking hand. Inside was a diamond ring. The ring cost him 3 months of salary. He was down on one knee in his mother's dining room. His heart was beating fast. Jessica Turner put both hands over her mouth. Her blue eyes filled with tears. She nodded her head up and down. Yes, she said. Yes, I will marry you. Everyone in the room started clapping. Austin's mother, Linda, wiped her eyes with a napkin. His sister Karen was smiling and clapping loudly. Austin stood up and slid the ring onto Jessica's finger. Jessica threw her arms around his neck. She was crying and laughing at the same time. Let me see the ring, Linda said. She took Jessica's hand and looked at the diamond. It is beautiful, Austin. Thank you, Jessica said. She could not stop smiling. She showed the ring to Karen. My brother finally did something right, Karen said. She hugged Jessica. Welcome to the family. Austin felt relieved. Everything was perfect. This was exactly how he imagined it would be. He had been planning this evening for 2 weeks. He wanted to propose to Jessica in front of his family. He wanted everyone he loved to be there for this special moment. But it had not always been easy to get to this point. 2 weeks earlier, Austin had been sitting at his desk at work. He was a real estate agent in Dallas, Texas. He sold expensive homes to wealthy clients. His office was on the 10th floor of a building in downtown Dallas. He had a good view of the city. Austin was supposed to be working. He had 3 clients waiting for him to send them information about houses. But instead, he was looking at engagement rings on his computer. He scrolled through hundreds of rings. Some were too expensive, some were too small. Some were not special enough. Jessica deserved something perfect. They had been dating for 8 months. Jessica was a kindergarten teacher at a school in North Dallas. She was 29 years old. She had blonde hair and a kind smile. She loved children. She loved her job. Austin loved her. He was 32 years old. He wanted to get married. He wanted to start a family. He wanted to build a future with Jessica. Austin clicked on a ring with a round diamond. It was simple and elegant. The price was $8,000. Austin took a deep breath. That was a lot of money. But this was important. He called the jewelry store. I would like to buy this ring, he said. The woman on the phone asked him questions. What size? When did he need it? Did he want a special box? Austin answered all the questions. He gave her his credit card number. The woman said the ring would be ready in 3 days. After Austin picked up the ring from the jewelry store, he called his mother. Mom, can I come over for dinner on Saturday? Austin asked. Of course, Linda said. Is everything okay? Everything is great, Austin said. I want to bring Jessica. I want to make an announcement. Linda was quiet for a moment. Then she understood. Are you going to propose? She asked. Yes, Austin said. I want to do it at your house, with you and Karen there. Is that okay? Oh, Austin, Linda said. Her voice was soft. That is wonderful. Yes, of course you can come here. I will make a special dinner. "Thank you, Mom," Austin said. Linda Reed was 58 years old. She lived alone in a house on Maple Street in the suburbs of Dallas. The house had a big front porch with white columns. There were flowers in the garden. Linda had lived there for 30 years. She raised Austin and his sister Karen in that house by herself. Austin's father left when Austin was 12 years old. Linda worked as a school secretary. She worked hard to take care of her children. Austin also called his sister Cameron. Karen was 28 years old. She worked as a social worker in Dallas. She helped families in difficult situations. She was smart and strong. Austin and Karen were close. "Can you come to Mom's house for dinner on Saturday?" Austin asked. "Sure," Karen said. "What is the occasion?" "I am going to propose to Jessica," Austin said. "Really?" Karen sounded surprised. "That is a big step." "I know," Austin said, "but I am ready. I love her." "Okay," Karen said. "I will be there." On Saturday evening in May, Austin drove to his mother's house. The weather was warm. The sun was setting. The sky was orange and pink. Austin parked his car in the driveway. He could see his mother and sister through the kitchen window. They were cooking dinner together. Austin walked to the front door. He rang the doorbell. Linda opened the door. She was wearing an apron. She smiled at Austin and hugged him. "Are you nervous?" she asked quietly. "Very nervous," Austin admitted. "Jessica is a lovely girl," Linda said. "She will say yes." Karen came to the door. She hugged Austin too. "Let me see the ring," Karen whispered. Austin pulled the small black box out of his jacket pocket. He opened it. The diamond sparkled in the light. Karen smiled. "She will love it," Karen said. The dining room table was set with Linda's best china plates. There were white candles in the center of the table. There were fresh flowers in a vase. Everything looked elegant and beautiful. Linda made roast chicken with mashed potatoes and green beans. She also made apple pie for dessert. At 6 o'clock, the doorbell rang again. Jessica had arrived. Austin opened the door. Jessica was wearing a blue dress and white shoes. Her hair was styled in soft waves. She looked beautiful. "Hi," she said. She was smiling, but Austin could tell she was nervous. "Hi," Austin said. He kissed her cheek. "Come in." Linda came to the door and hugged Jessica. "You look beautiful, dear," Linda said. "Thank you for inviting me," Jessica said. They all sat down at the dining room table. Linda served the food. Everyone ate and talked. They talked about work. They talked about the weather. They talked about a movie Jessica saw last week. Austin was quiet. He kept touching his neck. He always did that when he was nervous. After dinner, Linda brought out the apple pie. She cut slices for everyone. Austin could barely eat his slice. His stomach was full of butterflies. When everyone finished eating, Austin stood up. His hands were shaking. He reached into his jacket pocket and pulled out the ring box. Jessica looked at him. Her eyes went wide. Austin got down on one knee. The dining room was completely silent. "Jessica," Austin said. His voice was shaking. "You are the most amazing person I have ever met. You are kind and smart and beautiful. I love you. Will you marry me?" That was when Jessica said yes. That was when everyone clapped. That was when Austin felt like the luckiest man in the world. But then the doorbell rang. Everyone stopped clapping. They all looked at the front door. "Who is that?" Linda asked. Karen stood up. She was smiling. "I invited one more guest," Karen said. "I wanted them to be here for this special moment." Austin felt his face go cold. His smile disappeared. "Who did you invite?" he asked. But Karen was already walking to the front door. She opened it wide. A woman walked inside. She was 30 years old, with dark brown skin and black hair in braids. She wore jeans and a simple shirt. Austin recognized her immediately. It was Cameron Williams, his ex-wife. Behind Cameron were 4 children. They were small, with big brown eyes. They looked exactly the same. They were quadruplets, 2 boys and 2 girls. The children ran past Cameron into the house. They were shouting and laughing. "Grandma Linda!" one of the boys yelled. "Aunt Karen!" one of the girls shouted. They ran straight to Linda and Karen. They hugged them like they knew them well, like they had done this many times before. Austin stood frozen. He could not move. He could not speak. Jessica was staring at the children. Then she looked at Austin. "Who are these children?" Jessica asked. Her voice was quiet. Austin did not answer. He could not find the words. Cameron looked at Austin. She was waiting for him to speak. When he said nothing, she turned to Jessica. "These are Austin's children," Cameron said. Jessica's mouth opened. No sound came out. "That is impossible," Jessica finally said. "Austin does not have children. He told me he never had children. He told me he was never married." Cameron looked at Austin again. Her expression was hard. "He lied," Cameron said. Jessica looked down at the engagement ring on her finger. The diamond that had been sparkling just moments ago now felt heavy. She looked back at the 4 children running around Linda's living room. They were laughing and playing like they belonged there. "Austin," Jessica said slowly, "what is she talking about?" Austin opened his mouth, but no words came out. He touched his neck. His face was white. One of the little girls ran up to Linda. She had dark brown eyes and curly hair in 2 ponytails. "Grandma Linda, did you make cookies?" the girl asked. "Not today, Mia," Linda said softly. She bent down and hugged the little girl. "Maybe next time." Jessica stared at Linda. "Grandma?" Jessica repeated. "You know these children?" Linda looked uncomfortable and she did not answer. One of the boys pulled on Karen's hand. "Aunt Karen, can we play in the backyard?" he asked. "Not right now, Mason," Karen said. She picked up the boy and held him. "The adults need to talk first." Jessica felt dizzy. She sat down in a dining room chair. She looked at Austin. "Someone needs to tell me what is happening," Jessica said. Her voice was shaking. Cameron stepped forward. She looked tired, but her eyes were strong. "My name is Cameron Williams," she said. "I am Austin's ex-wife. We were married for 2 years. We divorced 3 years ago." Jessica felt like she could not breathe. "Ex-wife?" she whispered. "Austin told me he was never married." Cameron nodded. "He lied to you," Cameron said. "These 4 children are his. Mason and Tyler are the boys. Ava and Mia are the girls. They are quadruplets. They just turned 4 years old in January." The other little girl, Ava, walked over to Austin. She looked up at him with big brown eyes. "Are you sad?" Ava asked. Austin looked down at her. He still could not speak. The little boy named Tyler ran over to Cameron. "Mommy, why is everyone so quiet?" Tyler asked. Cameron touched Tyler's head gently. "The grown-ups are talking, baby," she said. "Why don't you and your brother and sisters go look at the books on Grandma Linda's shelf?" The 4 children walked over to a bookshelf in the living room. They started pulling out books and looking at the pictures, but they kept looking back at the adults. They knew something was wrong. Jessica stood up suddenly. She ran down the hallway. Austin heard a door slam. It was the bathroom door. Austin finally moved. He started to walk toward the bathroom. "Jessica, wait!" he said. But Karen stepped in front of him. She blocked his path. "Let her go, Austin," Karen said. "You need to give her space." "I need to explain," Austin said. "Explain what?" Karen asked. Her voice was hard. "How are you going to explain this?" Austin looked at his sister. Karen's face was angry. "You told me you were bringing Jessica to a family dinner," Austin said to Karen. You did not tell me you invited Cameron. I thought you finally told Jessica the truth, Karen said. I thought you grew up and told her about your past, about your children. I invited Cameron because I thought she should be here to celebrate with us. I thought we were all finally going to be honest. You thought wrong, Austin said. Cameron was standing near the dining room table. She had her arms crossed. You still have not told her anything, have you? Cameron asked Austin. After 8 months together, she knows nothing about me, nothing about the children. You pretended we do not exist. Austin turned to face Cameron. That is not fair, he said. Not fair? Cameron's voice got louder. You want to talk about fair? I tried to tell you I was pregnant. I called you 15 times. You blocked my number. We were divorced, Austin said. You told me you never wanted to see me again. That was before I found out I was carrying your children, Cameron said. When I saw the ultrasound and the doctor told me there were 4 babies, I was terrified. I tried to reach you. I sent you emails. You never responded. You made it clear you did not want anything to do with me. Linda walked over to Cameron. She put her hand on Cameron's shoulder. Calm down, Linda said quietly. The children are watching. Cameron looked over at Mason, Tyler, Ava, and Mia. They were all staring at the adults. Mason looked scared. Mia was holding her stuffed rabbit tight. Cameron took a deep breath. You are right, she said to Linda. I am sorry. Linda turned to Austin. Her face was not kind anymore. She looked disappointed. How could you do this? Linda asked her son. How could you lie to that sweet girl? Mom, I can explain, Austin started. Explain what? Linda interrupted. Explain why you told Jessica you had no children? Explain why you pretended you were never married? I taught you better than this, Austin. You do not understand, Austin said. I wanted a fresh start. I wanted to be someone new with Jessica, someone without all this baggage. Baggage? Cameron said. She laughed, but it was not a happy sound. You call your own children baggage? That is not what I meant, Austin said. Then what did you mean? Cameron asked. Austin did not answer. He did not know what to say. Karen was still standing near the hallway. She knocked on the bathroom door. Jessica, Karen called. Can I come in? I want to talk to you. There was no answer. Karen knocked again. Jessica, please, Karen said. I am so sorry. I did not know Austin lied to you. If I had known, I never would have invited Cameron tonight. Please let me explain. After a moment, the bathroom door opened. Jessica's face was red from crying. Her makeup was running down her cheeks. Did everyone know except me? Jessica asked. Her voice was so quiet Karen could barely hear her. I knew about the children, Karen admitted. Cameron and I are friends. We stayed close after the divorce. But I swear, I thought Austin told you about them. I thought he was being honest this time. Jessica shook her head. He told me he never had children, she said. He told me he was never married. Every time I asked about his past relationships, he changed the subject. I thought he was just private. I did not know he was lying about everything. I am so sorry, Karen said. Jessica walked past Karen back into the living room. Everyone stopped talking when they saw her. Jessica walked straight to the dining room table. She took the engagement ring off her finger. She placed it carefully next to the apple pie. I cannot marry you, Jessica said to Austin. She was not crying anymore. Her voice was calm. I cannot marry someone who lies to me about something this important. Jessica, please, Austin said. He walked toward her. Let me explain. Let me tell you everything. There is nothing to explain, Jessica said. You had 8 months to tell me the truth. You chose to lie instead. That tells me everything I need to know about who you are. Jessica picked up her purse from the chair. She walked to the front door. Jessica, wait! Austin called out, but Jessica did not wait. She opened the door and walked out. She closed the door behind her. A moment later, they heard her car start. Then they heard her drive away. Austin stood frozen in the middle of the living room. His perfect evening was destroyed. His engagement was over. His lies had caught up to him. Mason walked over to Cameron. He pulled on her shirt. "Mommy, why was that lady crying?" Mason asked. Cameron picked up Mason and held him. "She was upset, baby," Cameron said. "Why?" Mason asked. "Because sometimes grown-ups make mistakes," Cameron said. "And those mistakes hurt people." Tyler came over and held Cameron's hand. Ava and Mia stood close to them. All 4 children looked worried. Linda sat down in her chair. She looked at Austin. "I am ashamed of you," Linda said. "You are acting just like your father. He ran away from his family when things got hard. Is that who you want to be?" Austin felt like someone had hit him in the chest. "I am not like Dad," he said. "Then prove it," Linda said. "Stop running. Stop lying. Face what you did." Cameron started gathering the children's jackets. "We should go," she said. "This was a mistake. I should not have brought the children here." "No, wait," Karen said. "You do not have to leave. Austin is the one who should leave." But Cameron shook her head. "The children are confused and upset," she said. "We need to go home." Cameron helped the children put on their jackets. Mia held her stuffed rabbit. Mason held Linda's hand. "Can we come back next week, Grandma Linda?" Mason asked. Linda looked at Cameron. Cameron nodded. "Yes, sweetheart," Linda said. "You can come back next week." "Promise?" Mason asked. "I promise," Linda said. She bent down and kissed Mason's forehead. Cameron led the 4 children to the front door. They all waved goodbye to Linda and Karen. They did not wave to Austin. They walked out to Cameron's old van in the driveway. Austin watched through the window as Cameron put each child in their car seat. It took her a long time. 4 car seats, 4 sets of buckles. She did it all by herself. When she was done, she got in the driver's seat. The van drove away. Austin turned around. Linda and Karen were both staring at him. "What have I done?" Austin whispered. Linda did not answer Austin's question. She stood up from her chair and walked to the kitchen. Austin heard water running in the sink. He heard plates clanking together. His mother was cleaning up the dinner dishes. She was angry. Karen sat down on the couch. She put her face in her hands. "I cannot believe you did not tell her," Karen said. 8 months, Austin. You dated Jessica for 8 months, and you never told her you have 4 children. Austin sat down on the other end of the couch. He felt numb. "I was going to tell her," he said quietly. "When?" Karen asked. She looked up at him. "After the wedding? After you had children with her? When exactly were you planning to tell her the truth?" "I do not know," Austin admitted. Karen shook her head. "Cameron is my friend," she said. "She is one of the strongest people I know. She works 2 jobs. She takes care of 4 children by herself. And you just pretend she does not exist. You pretend those beautiful children do not exist." "It is not that simple," Austin said. "Yes, it is," Karen said. "You are a coward. You ran away 3 years ago and you are still running." Austin stood up. He was angry now. "You do not understand," he said. "When Cameron told me she wanted a divorce, I felt like a failure. I felt like I could not do anything right. When I met Jessica, I wanted to be someone new, someone who had not already failed at marriage." "So you lied," Karen said. "I wanted a fresh start," Austin said. "You cannot have a fresh start by lying," Karen said. "You can only have a fresh start by facing the truth." Linda came back from the kitchen. She was drying her hands on a dish towel. "Sit down, Austin," Linda said. Her voice was firm. Austin sat down. Linda sat in the chair across from him. Tell me the truth, Linda said. Did you know Cameron was trying to contact you after the divorce? Austin was quiet for a long moment. Yes, he finally said. She called me many times. She sent emails. And you blocked her, Linda said. Yes, Austin said. Why? Linda asked. Because I did not want to deal with it, Austin said. I did not want to talk to her. I did not want to think about the divorce. I wanted to move on. And you did not think she might be calling for an important reason? Linda asked. Austin did not answer. Did it ever occur to you that she might be pregnant? Linda asked. No, Austin said. We were careful. We used protection. Protection is not perfect, Linda said. Nothing is perfect. Austin put his head in his hands. I know that now, he said. Linda leaned forward in her chair. Those 4 children did not ask to be born, she said. They did not ask for a father who pretends they do not exist. Mason looks exactly like you when you were that age. Same eyes, same smile, same curious personality. Tyler is shy and sweet, just like you were. Ava is smart and asks a million questions. Mia is full of joy and loves everyone she meets. Austin looked up at his mother. How do you know all that? He asked. Linda glanced at Karen. Karen looked away. Karen told me about the children 6 months ago, Linda said. She thought I deserved to know I had grandchildren. She was right. 6 months? Austin said. You knew for 6 months and did not tell me? You made it clear you did not want to know, Linda said. Karen said you blocked Cameron's number. You deleted her emails. You did not want anything to do with her or the children. So I decided if you would not go to them, I would go to them. What do you mean? Austin asked. Every Saturday morning I meet Cameron and the children at the park, Linda said. Lake Cliff Park in East Dallas. I have been going for 6 months. I bring snacks for the children. I push them on the swings. I help them build sand castles. I get to know my grandchildren. Austin stared at his mother. He could not believe what he was hearing. You have been seeing them in secret? He asked. Yes, Linda said. Because you would not do it yourself. Why did you not tell me? Austin asked. Would it have made a difference? Linda asked. Would you suddenly have wanted to be a father? Austin did not have an answer. I also give Karen money to help Cameron, Linda said. Diapers are expensive. Baby formula is expensive. Clothes for 4 children are expensive. Cameron works so hard, but it is never enough. So I help when I can. Austin felt a heavy weight in his chest. I did not know, he said. You did not want to know, Linda corrected him. There is a difference. Karen stood up. She walked to the window and looked outside. Those children are innocent, Karen said. They did not do anything wrong, but they are growing up without a father because you are too selfish to face your responsibilities. That is not fair, Austin said. What is not fair is that Cameron has to work the night shift at the hospital and then come home and take care of 4 children without any help, Karen said. What is not fair is that those children see other kids at preschool with fathers, and they wonder why they do not have one. Do they ask about me? Austin asked quietly. Sometimes, Karen said. Tyler asked Cameron last month why he does not have a daddy. Cameron told him that sometimes families look different. She told him that he has a mommy who loves him very much, and he has Grandma Linda and Aunt Karen who love him. She did not tell him that his father knows about him and does not care. I do care, Austin said. Then prove it, Karen said. Stop lying. Stop hiding. Be a father. Austin stood up. He walked to the front door. Where are you going? Linda asked. Home, Austin said. I need to think. What is there to think about? Linda asked. You have 4 children who need you. I do not know how to be a father, Austin said. His voice cracked. "I do not know what to do." Linda stood up and walked over to her son. She put her hand on his shoulder. "None of us know how to be parents when we start," Linda said. "I did not know how to be a mother when you were born. I learned. I made mistakes, but I showed up every single day. That is what parents do. We show up." Austin felt tears in his eyes. "What if I fail again?" he asked. "You already failed them once," Linda said. "You missed the first 4 years of their lives. You cannot change that. But you can decide what happens next. You can keep running. Or you can finally be the man I raised you to be." Austin opened the front door. He walked out to his car. He sat in the driver's seat for a long time before starting the engine. Then he drove back to his apartment in uptown Dallas. His apartment was nice. It had 1 bedroom with a big bed. It had a kitchen with new appliances. It had a living room with a leather couch and a television. It had a view of the city lights. But it felt empty. Austin sat on the couch in the dark. He pulled out his phone. He called Jessica. The phone rang 5 times. Then it went to voicemail. "Jessica, please call me back," Austin said after the beep. "I need to explain. Please." He hung up. He waited 10 minutes. Jessica did not call back. He called again. This time it only rang twice before going to voicemail. "Jessica, I am so sorry," Austin said. "I should have told you the truth. I was wrong. Please let me explain everything. Please." He called 5 more times. Each time it went straight to voicemail. He left messages every time. "Jessica, I know you are angry. You have every right to be angry. But please, talk to me. Jessica, I love you. I want to marry you. We can figure this out together. Jessica, please pick up. I need to hear your voice." After the 20th call, Austin started sending text messages. "Please talk to me. I am sorry. I love you. Please give me another chance." None of the messages showed as delivered. Austin realized what happened. Jessica blocked his number. He tried to send her an email. He wrote a long message explaining everything. He told her about his marriage to Cameron. He told her about the divorce. He tried to explain why he never mentioned the children. He said he was scared. He said he wanted a fresh start. He said he loved her and wanted to fix this. He pressed send. The email bounced back. Jessica had blocked his email address too. Austin put his phone down. He sat in the dark apartment and stared at the wall. He thought about Jessica's face when she found out the truth. He thought about the engagement ring sitting on his mother's dining room table. He thought about the 4 children running into Linda's house, calling her grandma. He thought about their faces. Mason with his dinosaur questions. Tyler with his shy smile. Ava with her big curious eyes. Mia with her stuffed rabbit. They looked like him. They had his eyes, his nose, his smile. They were his children, and he had never even spoken to them. Austin had missed their births. He had missed their first steps. He had missed their first words. He had missed 4 birthdays, 4 Christmases, 4 years of bedtime stories and scraped knees and laughter. He thought about Cameron carrying grocery bags up the stairs to her apartment. She did that every week. She worked all night at the hospital. Then she came home and took care of 4 children. She did it all alone, while Austin was selling expensive houses and planning his perfect proposal to a woman he was lying to. Austin felt sick to his stomach. He went to his bedroom, but he could not sleep. Every time he closed his eyes, he saw Mia's face, asking if he was sad. He saw Ava looking up at him with those big brown eyes. He saw Tyler asking if Austin was really their father. He saw Mason holding Linda's hand and asking if he could come back next week. At 3 o'clock in the morning, Austin was still awake. He pulled out his phone and opened social media. He searched for Cameron's profile. It was not private. He could see all her pictures. There were pictures of the children at the park. Mason was pushing Mia on a swing. Tyler was climbing on a jungle gym. Ava was building a sandcastle. There were pictures of birthday parties. 4 small cakes with 4 candles. There were pictures of the first day of preschool. 4 children holding lunch boxes and backpacks. They were all smiling. Austin scrolled through 3 years of pictures. 3 years of memories he was not part of. 3 years of a life he knew nothing about. He realized he did not even know his children's favorite colors. He did not know what foods they liked. He did not know what made them laugh or what scared them. He did not know anything about the 4 people who carried his DNA. Austin finally fell asleep as the sun was coming up. But his sleep was not peaceful. He dreamed about 4 children asking why their father did not want them. And he had no answer to give. 2 weeks went by. Austin went to work every day, but he could not focus. He sat at his desk and stared at his computer screen. He was supposed to be helping clients find houses, but his mind was somewhere else. Every night, Austin looked at Cameron's social media profile. He scrolled through pictures of the children. There was a video of Mia singing a song. She was holding a toy microphone. Her voice was small and sweet. Austin watched the video 10 times. Then he watched it again. There was a picture of Mason holding a toy dinosaur. He was smiling at the camera. The caption said, "Mason's favorite thing in the world is dinosaurs. He knows more dinosaur facts than I do." There was a picture of Tyler wearing a red firefighter hat. The caption said, "Tyler wants to be a firefighter when he grows up. He is brave and kind." There was a picture of Ava dressed as a doctor for career day at preschool. She was wearing a white coat and holding a toy stethoscope. The caption said, "Ava wants to help people. She is going to be an amazing doctor someday." Austin realized he knew nothing about these children. He did not know their favorite colors. He did not know what foods they liked or what scared them at night. He did not know what made them laugh. On Monday night, Austin could not sleep. He kept thinking about Mason asking if he could come back to Linda's house next week. He kept thinking about Mia asking if he was sad. He kept thinking about Tyler's shy smile. On Tuesday morning at 6 o'clock, Austin got in his car. He drove to East Dallas. He remembered the address from Cameron's social media profile. It was an old apartment building on Elm Street. The paint was peeling off the walls. There was a rusty playground in the parking lot. One of the swings was broken. Austin parked his car. He did not know what he was going to say. He waited. At 7 o'clock in the morning, a van pulled into the parking lot. It was old and blue, with a dent in the side door. Cameron was driving. She parked in a spot near the building. She got out of the van. She was wearing blue scrubs. She looked exhausted. Cameron saw Austin sitting in his car. She stopped walking. Then she walked over to his car. Austin rolled down the window. "What are you doing here?" Cameron asked. Her voice was not friendly. "I need to talk to you," Austin said. "How did you know where I live?" Cameron asked. "I saw it on your profile," Austin admitted. Cameron crossed her arms. "So, now you are looking me up online?" she asked. "I just wanted to see the children," Austin said quietly. "You had 4 years to see the children," Cameron said. "Why now?" Austin did not have a good answer. He opened his car door and got out. He stood in front of Cameron. "Can I see them?" he asked. "Please." "They are asleep," Cameron said. "I just got off my shift at the hospital. I work the night shift from 7 at night until 7 in the morning. I need to go inside and sleep for a few hours before the children wake up." "I can wait," Austin said. Cameron shook her head. No, she said. You cannot just show up here. This is my home. This is where my children live. You do not get to come here whenever you want. I am their father, Austin said. Cameron laughed. It was not a happy sound. You are their biological father, Cameron said, but you have never been a father to them. There is a difference. Austin felt like she had slapped him. I want to change that, he said. Why? Cameron asked. Because your girlfriend left you? Because your mother is ashamed of you? Because you finally feel guilty? Because they are my children, Austin said. I saw them at my mother's house, and I realized I made a terrible mistake. I missed 4 years. I cannot get those years back, but maybe I can be there from now on. Cameron studied his face. She was trying to decide if he was telling the truth. I do not trust you, she finally said. I know, Austin said. I do not blame you. If I let you see the children and then you disappear again, it will hurt them, Cameron said. Mason is starting to ask questions about why he does not have a father. Tyler sees other kids at preschool getting picked up by their dads. Ava is smart. She notices things. Mia is still young, but she will understand soon. If you come into their lives and then leave again, it will break their hearts. I will not leave, Austin said. How do I know that? Cameron asked. You do not, Austin admitted. I have not given you any reason to trust me, but I am asking you to give me one chance, please. Cameron was quiet for a long time. She looked up at her apartment building. Then she looked back at Austin. You can come on Saturday, she said. Saturday afternoon at 2 o'clock. Do not be late. Thank you, Austin said. Do not thank me yet, Cameron said. If you hurt my children, you will regret it. Cameron walked away. She went up the stairs to her apartment. Austin watched her disappear inside. Then he got back in his car and drove to work. On Saturday morning, Austin went to Target. He walked up and down the toy aisles. He did not know what to buy. He saw dolls and trucks and balls and puzzles. Everything looked overwhelming. Finally, he picked up 4 coloring books and a big box of crayons. It seemed safe. All children liked to color. At least, he hoped they did. At 1:45 in the afternoon, Austin drove back to Cameron's apartment building. He was 15 minutes early. He sat in his car and waited. His hands were sweating. His heart was beating fast. At 2 o'clock exactly, Austin walked up the stairs to Cameron's apartment. It was number 212 on the second floor. He knocked on the door. Cameron opened it. She was wearing jeans and a t-shirt. Her hair was pulled back. Come in, she said. Austin walked inside. The apartment was small. There was a tiny living room with an old couch and a television. There was a small kitchen with 4 chairs around a table. Toys were everywhere on the floor. The 4 children were sitting on the couch, watching cartoons. When they saw Austin, they stopped watching. They stared at him. Kids, do you remember this man from Grandma Linda's house? Cameron asked. The children nodded, but did not say anything. This is Austin, Cameron said. He wants to spend some time with you today. Mason whispered something to Tyler. Tyler whispered back. Ava held Mia's hand. Austin sat down on the floor. He opened his bag and took out the coloring books and crayons. I brought these for you, he said. Do you like to color? The children did not move. They just stared at him. Austin opened one of the coloring books. It had pictures of butterflies and flowers. He opened the box of crayons and took out a blue one. He started coloring a butterfly. I'm not very good at staying inside the lines, Austin said. Maybe someone can help me. Slowly, Mia climbed off the couch. She was holding her stuffed rabbit. She walked over to Austin. She looked at the coloring book. That butterfly should be purple. Mia said quietly. And pink. Can you show me? Austin asked. Mia sat down next to Austin. She took the purple crayon. She colored very carefully. You are good at this, Austin said. Mia smiled a little. Tyler climbed off the couch next. He sat on the other side of Austin. I want to color a truck, Tyler said. Austin opened another coloring book. This one had pictures of cars and trucks. Tyler picked an orange crayon. Then Mason and Ava came over. Mason picked the coloring book with animals. Ava picked the one with people. For 2 hours, they all colored together. Austin learned small things about each child. Mason told him that Tyrannosaurus Rex means Tyrant Lizard King. Tyler said his favorite color was red. Ava said she wanted to be a doctor because doctors help people feel better. Mia sang little songs while she colored. Cameron watched from the kitchen. She was making sandwiches for the children's dinner. She saw Austin listening carefully when Mason talked about dinosaurs. She saw him clapping when Mia sang. She saw him helping Tyler pick out the right color crayon. At 4 o'clock, Cameron said it was time for Austin to leave. The children needed to eat dinner and get ready for bed. Austin stood up. Ava looked up at him. Are you coming back? She asked. Austin looked at Cameron. Cameron nodded slightly. Yes, Austin said. If your mom says it is okay, I will come back. When? Ava asked. Next Saturday, Austin said. Promise? Ava asked. Austin felt his throat get tight. I promise, he said. Cameron walked Austin to the door. They liked you, she said quietly. I like them too, Austin said. Austin, Cameron said. Her voice was serious. If you are going to be in their lives, you have to stay. You cannot visit a few times and then disappear. It will hurt them too much. I understand, Austin said. Do you? Cameron asked. Because being a parent is not easy. It is hard work. It is being there when you are tired, when you are stressed, when you do not feel like it. Can you do that? I want to try, Austin said. Cameron looked at him for a long moment. Okay, she finally said. Come back next Saturday. Same time. Austin walked down the stairs to his car. When he got inside, he sat for a minute. He thought about Mia showing him how to color the butterfly. He thought about Mason's dinosaur facts. He thought about Tyler's shy smile. He thought about Ava asking if he would come back. For the first time in weeks, Austin felt something other than shame and regret. He felt hope. Austin drove back to Cameron's apartment the next Saturday at exactly 2 o'clock in the afternoon. He had been counting down the days. He had thought about the children every single day that week. Cameron opened the door. The 4 children were already wearing their shoes and jackets. We are ready, Mia announced. She was holding her stuffed rabbit. Ready for what? Austin asked. Cameron handed Austin a piece of paper. These are the rules, she said. Read them carefully. Austin looked at the paper. It was a list written in Cameron's handwriting. Mason gets scared of loud noises. Tyler cannot have peanuts. Ava needs to take her allergy medicine at 3 o'clock. I put it in this bag. Mia will cry if she does not have her rabbit. Make sure they eat lunch. Not too much sugar. Be back by 4 o'clock. Austin read the list 3 times. He folded it carefully and put it in his pocket. I understand, he said. Do you have car seats? Cameron asked. Austin's face went white. He did not think about car seats. No, he said. I am sorry. I did not think about that. Cameron sighed. You can use mine, she said, but you need to buy your own. 4 car seats. The children are 4 years old, so they need forward-facing seats with harnesses. I will buy them this week, Austin promised. It took 20 minutes to move the 4 car seats from Cameron's van to Austin's car. Cameron showed Austin how to install them properly. She checked each one to make sure it was secure. Okay, Cameron said. You can take them now, ordered. The children climbed into Austin's car. Cameron helped buckle each one into their seat. She kissed each child on the forehead. "Be good," she told them. "Listen to Austin." Austin got in the driver's seat. His hands were shaking. He had 4 children in his car. 4 children who were his responsibility for the next 2 hours. "Where are we going?" Mason asked from the back seat. "I thought we could go to the park," Austin said. "Clyde Warren Park in downtown Dallas. Have you been there before?" "Yes," Tyler said. "It has a big playground." "And swings," Ava added. "I like the swings," Mia said. Austin drove carefully to Clyde Warren Park. It took 15 minutes. The park was in the middle of downtown Dallas. It was built on top of a highway. There was a big playground with swings and slides. There was a large green lawn where people had picnics. Austin parked the car. He helped each child out of their car seat. Mia grabbed his hand. Tyler grabbed his other hand. Mason and Ava walked next to him. The playground was crowded with children. Some were climbing, some were sliding, some were running. "Can we go on the swings?" Mia asked. "Yes," Austin said. They walked to the swing set. There were 4 empty swings. Each child sat on a swing. Austin stood behind Mia. He pushed her gently. "Higher!" Mia shouted. Austin pushed harder. Mia laughed. It was a beautiful sound. "Me too!" Tyler called. Austin ran to Tyler's swing and pushed him. Then he ran to Ava's swing, then to Mason's swing. He ran back and forth, pushing all 4 children. He was out of breath, but he was smiling. After the swings, they played tag on the lawn. Austin was it first. He chased all 4 children. They ran in different directions. They were fast. Austin caught Tyler first. Then Tyler was it. Tyler chased his sisters and brother. Mason ran to Austin and hid behind him. "Protect me!" Mason said. He was laughing. Austin felt something warm in his chest. These children trusted him. They were playing with him. They were having fun. After an hour, Austin checked his watch. It was 3 o'clock. He remembered the list. Ava's allergy medicine. "Ava, come here, please," Austin called. Ava ran over. Austin pulled out the small bag Cameron had given him. Inside was a bottle of liquid medicine and a small spoon. He poured the medicine carefully. He gave it to Ava. She made a face. "It tastes bad," she said. "I know," Austin said, "but your mom said you need to take it." Ava swallowed the medicine. Austin gave her a high five. "Good job," he said. After the park, Austin took the children to get ice cream. There was an ice cream shop 2 blocks away. They all walked together. Mia held Austin's hand. She talked the entire way about a song she learned at preschool. Inside the ice cream shop, Austin ordered 4 small cups. Mason got chocolate. Tyler got vanilla. Ava got strawberry. Mia wanted vanilla with rainbow sprinkles. They sat at the table outside. The children ate their ice cream. Austin wrote down their favorite flavors on his phone so he would remember. "This is the best day ever," Mia said. She had rainbow sprinkles on her nose. Austin felt his eyes get wet. He wiped them quickly. At 4 o'clock exactly, Austin drove the children back to Cameron's apartment. Cameron was waiting at the door. The children ran to her. "We went to the park," Mason told her. "Austin pushed us on the swings," Tyler said. "We got ice cream," Mia announced. Cameron looked at Austin. "Did everyone behave?" she asked. "They were perfect," Austin said. "Can I take them again next Saturday?" "They would like that," Cameron said. The second Saturday, Austin took the children to the Dallas Zoo. He bought 4 tickets and a map. The zoo was huge. There were animals from all over the world. Mason was so excited he could barely stand still. "Can we see the dinosaur fossils first?" Mason asked. "Please?" Austin looked at the map. There was a museum section with fossils. "Yes," Austin said. "We can go there first." They walked to the museum building. Inside were huge dinosaur skeletons. Mason stood in front of a Tyrannosaurus Rex skeleton. His mouth was open. "It is so big," Mason whispered. "It is incredible," Austin agreed. Mason told Austin facts about every dinosaur they saw. He knew all their names. He knew what they ate and when they lived. Austin listened carefully to every word. Tyler loved the elephants. They stood and watched the elephants spray water with their trunks. Ava liked the penguin exhibit. The penguins were swimming and diving. Mia wanted to see the flamingos because they were pink. They walked through the entire zoo. Mason and Tyler held Austin's hands. Ava and Mia walked on either side. People looked at them. One man smiled at Austin. "You have your hands full," the man said. "Yes," Austin said, "but I am lucky." The third Saturday, it rained. Austin called Cameron. "We cannot go to the park in the rain," he said. "Can I come to your apartment instead?" "That is fine," Cameron said. Austin went to Target and bought board games. He bought Candyland and Chutes and Ladders. He bought a big container of blocks. When he arrived at the apartment, the children were watching cartoons. They got excited when they saw the games. "I want to play Candyland," Mia said. "Me too," Ava said. They sat on the floor and played. Austin moved his game piece slowly through the colored squares. Mia won the first game. She jumped up and down. "I won! I won!" she shouted. Tyler and Mason built a tall tower with the blocks. Austin helped them. He handed them blocks and made sure the tower did not fall. Cameron was in the kitchen making macaroni and cheese for lunch. She watched Austin playing with the children. She saw him being patient when Ava asked to change the rules of the game. She saw him tying Mia's shoe. She saw him wiping Tyler's nose when it started running. She saw him listening to Mason explain the difference between a triceratops and a stegosaurus. After lunch, they played another game. Austin was sitting on the floor. Mia was sitting in his lap. Ava was leaning against his shoulder. Mason and Tyler were on either side of him. "Can you come more than just Saturdays?" Tyler asked suddenly. Everyone got quiet. "What do you mean?" Austin asked. "Other kids at preschool see their dads more than one day," Tyler said. "Can we see you more?" Austin looked at Cameron. She was standing in the kitchen doorway. "That is up to your mom," Austin said. Cameron walked into the living room. She sat on the couch. "Would you like that?" she asked the children. "Would you like to see Austin more often?" All four children nodded. "Yes," Mason said. "Please," Ava added. Cameron looked at Austin. "If you are serious about being part of their lives, we need to figure out a real schedule," she said. "I am serious," Austin said. "Okay," Cameron said. "We can talk about it." Mason was quiet. He was holding a toy dinosaur. He looked at Austin. "Why were you never here before?" Mason asked. The room went silent. Tyler and Ava and Mia all looked at Austin. They wanted to know the answer too. Austin felt his throat get tight. He could lie. He could make up an excuse. But he looked at their faces, and he knew he had to tell them the truth. Austin got down on the floor so he was eye level with the children. "I made a very big mistake," Austin said slowly. "When you were born, I was scared. I did not think I could be a good father, so I ran away. I did not call your mom. I did not come to see you. That was wrong. I am very sorry." "Why were you scared?" Ava asked. "Because being a father is a big responsibility," Austin said. "I did not think I was strong enough or smart enough, but I was wrong. I should have tried. I should have been there." "Are you still scared?" Tyler asked. "Yes," Austin said honestly. "I am still scared, but I am here now. I am not running away anymore." "Are you going to leave again?" Mason asked. His voice was very quiet. "No," Austin said. I promise I will not leave. I am your father. I should have been here from the beginning. I cannot change the past. But I can be here now, and I will be here from now on." "Forever?" Mia asked. "Forever," Austin said. Mason was quiet for a long moment. Then he walked over to Austin. He hugged him. Tyler hugged Austin next. Then Ava. Then Mia. All 4 children were hugging Austin at the same time. Cameron was watching from the couch. She had tears running down her face. Austin held all 4 children close. He could feel them breathing. He could smell their shampoo. These were his children. He had missed so much. But he was here now. When the children finally let go, Mia climbed onto the couch next to Cameron. She saw her mother crying. "Why are you sad, Mommy?" Mia asked. Cameron wiped her eyes. "I am not sad, baby," Cameron said. "Sometimes people cry when they are happy too." "Are you happy?" Mia asked. "Yes," Cameron said. "I am happy." Austin left the apartment at 6 o'clock that evening. He drove home thinking about Mason's question. Why were you never here before? The question hurt, but Austin was glad Mason asked it. The children deserved honest answers. The next day was Sunday. Austin went to visit his mother. Linda was in her kitchen baking cookies. The house smelled like sugar and vanilla. "How are the children?" Linda asked. "They are wonderful," Austin said. He sat at the kitchen table. "I have been seeing them every Saturday. We went to the park. We went to the zoo. Yesterday we played games at Cameron's apartment." Linda smiled. She was proud. "That is good, Austin," she said. "Mason asked me why I was never there before," Austin said quietly. "I told him the truth. I told him I was scared, and I made a mistake." Linda put down her mixing spoon. She walked over and hugged her son. "I am proud of you," she said. Someone knocked on the front door. Linda went to answer it. Austin heard voices. Then Linda called out, "Austin, someone is here to see you." Austin walked to the front door. His heart stopped. Jessica was standing on the porch. She looked different. She was thinner. Her face was tired. But she was there. "Jessica," Austin said. He could barely speak. "Can we talk?" Jessica asked. Linda looked at Austin. Then she looked at Jessica. "Come in," Linda said. "I will give you two some privacy." Linda went upstairs to her bedroom. Austin and Jessica stood in the living room. It was awkward. "How have you been?" Jessica asked. "I have been okay," Austin said. "How about you?" "I have been thinking a lot," Jessica said. She sat down on the couch. "About what happened? About you? About us?" Austin sat down on the chair across from her. "I called you so many times," he said. "You blocked my number." "I know," Jessica said. "I needed space. I needed time to think." "I understand," Austin said. Jessica looked at her hands. She was not wearing any rings. "I talked to Linda," Jessica said, "and Karen. They told me you have been seeing the children every Saturday." "Yes," Austin said. "I have been trying to be a father to them." "That is good," Jessica said. "I am glad you are trying." Austin did not know what to say. He waited for Jessica to continue. "I still love you, Austin," Jessica said. She looked up at him. "I have tried to stop loving you, but I cannot. These past few weeks have been terrible. I miss you." Austin felt hope rise in his chest. "I miss you too," he said. "I never stopped loving you." "I want to give us another chance," Jessica said. Austin stood up. He wanted to hug her, but Jessica held up her hand. "Wait," she said. "There is a condition." Austin sat back down. "What condition?" he asked. Jessica took a deep breath. "You need to cut back on your time with the children," she said. Austin felt cold. "What do you mean?" he asked. Right now you see them every Saturday, Jessica said. That is a lot. I think you should see them once a month instead. Once a month? Austin repeated. Yes, Jessica said. We need time to rebuild our relationship, just you and me. We need to focus on us first. The children will always be there. You can be more involved with them later, after we are married, after things are stable. Austin could not believe what he was hearing. You want me to see my children once a month? He asked. Just for now, Jessica said. Just while we work on our relationship. Once we are in a good place, you can see them more. I am willing to accept them, Austin. I am willing to be a stepmother to them. But I need you to choose me first. I need to know that I am your priority. They are my children, Austin said. And I will be your wife, Jessica said. We need to come first, then the children. Austin stood up. He walked to the window. He looked out at the street. I need time to think about this, he said. Okay, Jessica said. She stood up too. I will give you 1 week. Call me with your answer. Jessica walked to the front door. She stopped and looked back at Austin. I love you, she said. I want to marry you, but I need to know that you will put our relationship first. Jessica left. Austin heard her car drive away. He sat down on the couch and put his head in his hands. Linda came downstairs. She had heard everything. What are you going to do? She asked. I do not know, Austin said. Austin, look at me, Linda said. She sat next to him. If you cut back your time with those children, they will think you are abandoning them again. Mason asked if you were going to leave. You promised you would not. If you only visit once a month, that is leaving. But Jessica said it would only be temporary, Austin said. Do you believe that? Linda asked. Once you marry Jessica, there will always be something more important. A vacation, a work event, your own children with her. Those 4 children will always come last. Maybe Jessica just needs time, Austin said. Maybe once we are married, she will be more comfortable with them. Linda shook her head. A woman who truly loves you would accept your children now, she said. Not later. Now. Austin went home. He could not sleep that night, or the next night, or the night after that. On Wednesday, Austin drove past Cameron's apartment building. It was 6 o'clock in the evening. He saw Cameron's van pull into the parking lot. She had just gotten home from her day job. Austin knew she had to work her night shift at the hospital in 1 hour. Cameron got out of the van. She went to the back and opened it. She was carrying 4 bags of groceries. She struggled to carry them all. She walked up the stairs slowly. The bags were heavy. When Cameron got to her apartment door, all 4 children ran out. They were excited to see her. Mason hugged her legs. She almost dropped the groceries. Careful, baby, Cameron said. She sounded tired. Austin watched from his car. Cameron did this every single week. She worked all day. She came home. She made dinner for the children. Then she went to work all night at the hospital. She barely slept. She did everything alone. Austin had only been helping on Saturdays, 6 hours a week, and he thought that was enough. On Saturday, Austin picked up the children at 2 o'clock. He had been thinking about Jessica's offer all week. He still did not have an answer. Where are we going today? Ava asked. The Perot Museum of Nature and Science, Austin said. Have you been there? No, Mason shouted. Does it have dinosaurs? Yes, Austin said. It has a whole section on dinosaurs. Mason could not sit still in the car. He bounced in his seat. He asked questions the entire drive. Will there be real fossils? Will there be a Tyrannosaurus Rex? Will there be a Triceratops? The museum was in downtown Dallas. It was a big modern building with lots of windows. Austin bought 4 children's tickets and 1 adult ticket. They walked inside. The dinosaur section was on the 2nd floor. There were huge fossil displays. There were interactive screens. There were life-size models. Mason ran from display to display. His eyes were so wide. His mouth was open. He was so happy. "Look at this one, Austin," he called. "It is a stegosaurus. See the plates on its back?" Austin walked over. He listened to Mason explain everything about the stegosaurus. Tyler loved the engineering section. There were machines and gears and pulleys. He could touch everything and see how it worked. Ava liked the biology section. There were models of the human body. She could see inside and learn about organs and bones. Mia liked everything that lit up and made sounds. After 2 hours at the museum, they went to a pizza restaurant. They sat at a table by the window. The children talked over each other. Everyone wanted to tell Austin about their week. "I learned a new dinosaur name," Mason said. "Pachycephalosaurus. It has a hard head." "I rode my bike without training wheels," Tyler said proudly. "I read a whole book by myself," Ava announced. "I learned a new song at preschool," Mia said. Then she sang it. The people at the next table smiled. Austin listened to all of them. He watched their faces. He watched them laugh and eat pizza and spill their drinks. This was loud. This was messy. This was chaotic. And this was exactly what he wanted. Austin realized something. He did not want to see these children once a month. He wanted to see them every day. He wanted to be there when Tyler learned to read. He wanted to hear every new song Mia learned. He wanted to know every dinosaur fact Mason discovered. He wanted to see Ava's science projects. He wanted to be their father, not once a month, every single day. When Austin dropped the children off at Cameron's apartment, he knew what his answer would be. That night, Austin called Jessica. Jessica answered on the third ring. "Hello," she said. Her voice was careful. "Hi, Jessica," Austin said. "Can we meet tomorrow? I want to talk to you in person." "Okay," Jessica said. "Where?" "There is a coffee shop in uptown Dallas on McKinney Avenue," Austin said. "The one near the bookstore. Can you meet me there at 10 o'clock in the morning?" "I will be there," Jessica said. Austin could not sleep that night. He kept thinking about what he was going to say. He loved Jessica. Part of him wanted to say yes to her offer. Part of him wanted to get engaged again and plan their wedding. But every time he closed his eyes, he saw Mason's face, asking if he was going to leave. He saw Tyler asking if they could see him more than just Saturdays. He saw Ava and Mia singing and laughing. On Sunday morning, Austin got dressed. He wore jeans and a button-down shirt. He drove to the coffee shop and arrived 15 minutes early. He ordered a black coffee and sat at a table outside. At exactly 10 o'clock, Jessica arrived. She was wearing a white dress and sandals. Her hair was down. She looked beautiful. She was smiling. Austin stood up. Jessica walked over and sat down across from him. "Hi," she said. "Hi," Austin said. Jessica ordered a coffee. They sat quietly for a moment. "I have been thinking about you all week," Jessica said. "I missed you so much." "I missed you too," Austin said. Jessica reached across the table and took his hand. "Did you think about what I said?" she asked. "About us trying again?" "Yes," Austin said. "I thought about it a lot." "And?" Jessica asked. She was still smiling. Austin took a deep breath. "Jessica, you are a wonderful person," he said. "You are kind and smart and beautiful. I loved you. I still care about you very much." Jessica's smile started to fade. "But I cannot do what you are asking," Austin said. Jessica pulled her hand away. "What do you mean?" she asked. "I cannot cut back my time with the children," Austin said. "I already abandoned them once. I missed the first 4 years of their lives. I cannot miss any more." But I said it would only be temporary, Jessica said. Just until we get married. I do not think it would be temporary, Austin said quietly. I think once we got married, there would always be something else, something more important than the children. And I cannot do that to them. They need me now, not once a month. They need me every week, every day, if possible. Jessica's face turned red. So you are choosing them over me, she said. I am choosing to be their father, Austin said. That is what a father does. He puts his children first. I offered to accept them, Jessica said. Her voice was getting louder. I said I would be their stepmother, but you have to meet me halfway, Austin. You have to choose me, too. I do choose you, Austin said, but I also choose them. And if I have to pick only one, then yes, I pick my children. Jessica stood up. She was shaking. You are throwing away our future, she said. We could have had a good life together. I am not throwing it away, Austin said. I am building a different future, one where my children know their father loves them, one where I show up for them, one where I do not lie or run away. You are making a mistake, Jessica said. Maybe, Austin said, but it is the right mistake to make. Jessica grabbed her purse. Goodbye, Austin, she said. She walked away. She did not look back. Austin watched her get in her car and drive away. Austin sat at the table for a long time. He felt sad. He had lost Jessica, but he also felt something else. He felt free. He did not have to lie anymore. He did not have to hide who he was. He was a father of 4 children. That was the truth. And he was finally living in the truth. Austin drove to his mother's house. Linda was in the garden pulling weeds. She stood up when she saw Austin. What did you tell Jessica? She asked. I told her no, Austin said. I told her I cannot put the children second. Linda took off her gardening gloves. She walked over and hugged Austin. I am so proud of you, she said. Karen's car pulled into the driveway. She got out and walked over. What happened? Karen asked. Austin chose the children, Linda said. Karen smiled. She hugged Austin too. I did not think you would do it, Karen said, but I am glad you did. They went inside. Linda made sandwiches for lunch. They sat at the kitchen table. What now? Karen asked. I want to be more involved with the children, Austin said. I want to see them more than just Saturdays. But I do not know how to ask Cameron. She does not trust me. She trusts me, Linda said. Let me talk to her. Linda called Cameron that afternoon. Austin could hear his mother's voice from the other room. Cameron, this is Linda, she said. Can you and the children come to my house for dinner on Tuesday evening? It is important. Cameron must have said yes because Linda smiled. Wonderful, Linda said. See you at 6 o'clock. On Tuesday evening, Cameron brought the children to Linda's house. Austin was already there. Karen was there too. The children ran to Linda when they saw her. Grandma Linda! They all shouted. Linda hugged each one. She had made chicken nuggets and French fries for dinner. She knew the children liked that. After the children ate, they went outside to play in the backyard. Linda had a swing set and a sandbox. The adults stayed inside. They sat in the living room. Cameron looked nervous. What is this about? Cameron asked. Austin leaned forward in his chair. I want to be more involved in the children's lives, he said. I want to help with school pickups. I want to come to doctor appointments. I want to babysit when you need a break. I want to pay child support. Cameron crossed her arms. Why should I trust you? She asked. You disappeared once. How do I know you will not disappear again? You do not know, Austin admitted. I have not given you any reason to trust me, but I am asking you to give me a chance to prove myself. Cameron shook her head. "If you leave again, it will break their hearts," she said. "I will not let you hurt them." Linda spoke up. "Cameron, I have watched Austin with the children every Saturday for the past few weeks," she said. "He has changed. I see it. He is trying to be a good father." Jessica came back, Karen added. She wanted to get back together with Austin. She told him he had to cut back his time with the children. He said no. He chose the children over her. Cameron looked at Austin. She was surprised. "Is that true?" she asked. "Yes," Austin said. "Jessica wanted me to only see the children once a month. I told her I could not do that. I told her the children need to come first." Cameron was quiet. She looked out the window at her children playing. Mason was pushing Mia on the swing. Tyler was helping Ava build a sand castle in the sandbox. "I am so tired," Cameron finally said. Her voice was soft. "I work 2 jobs. I barely sleep. I do everything by myself. If you are serious about helping, it would change everything for me. For the children." "I am serious," Austin said. "But if you leave again, I will never forgive you," Cameron said, "and I will make sure you never see them again." "I understand," Austin said. Cameron took a deep breath. "Okay," she said. "I will give you 1 chance. But there are rules. You must be consistent. You cannot cancel plans with the children. You must communicate with me about everything. You must pay child support every month. And if you break any of these rules, you are done." "I agree to all of it," Austin said. "I want it in writing," Cameron said. "I want a formal custody agreement. I want child support set up legally. I want your name on their birth certificates." "Whatever you want," Austin said. "I will do it." Cameron stood up. She walked to the back door and called the children. "Kids, come inside for a minute," she said. The 4 children ran inside. They were dirty from playing. Mia had sand in her hair. Tyler's shirt was covered in grass stains. Cameron knelt down in front of them. "Austin wants to spend more time with you," she said. "Not just on Saturdays, other days too. Would you like that?" All 4 children nodded. "Yes," Mason said. "Can he come to preschool?" Ava asked. "If he wants to," Cameron said. She looked at Austin. "Do you want to?" "Yes," Austin said. "I want to be part of everything." Mia ran over to Austin. She hugged his legs. "I am happy," she said. Austin picked her up. He held her close. "Me too," he whispered. Cameron watched them. She was still scared. She was still not sure if she could trust Austin. But she saw how the children looked at him. They were happy. They wanted him there. And maybe that was enough to take the risk. "We will start slow," Cameron said. "You can pick them up from preschool on Wednesdays. Keep them until 7 o'clock. Then bring them home. If that goes well, we will add more days." "Thank you," Austin said. "I will not let you down. I will not let them down." Cameron nodded. She gathered the children and took them home. Austin stayed at Linda's house. "You did the right thing," Linda said. "I hope so," Austin said. "You did," Karen agreed. "Now you just have to follow through. Show up. Be consistent. Prove to Cameron and those children that you are serious." Austin knew they were right. This was just the beginning. The hard work was ahead of him. But for the first time in his life, Austin was ready to do the hard work. On Monday morning, Austin called a family lawyer. He found the number online. The law office was in downtown Dallas, on Main Street. "I need to establish legal paternity for my 4 children," Austin told the receptionist. "Can I make an appointment?" "Let me check," the woman said. "Mr. Peterson has an opening on Wednesday at 10 o'clock in the morning." "I will take it," Austin said. On Wednesday, Austin took the elevator to the 15th floor of a tall glass building. The law office was clean and professional. A receptionist told him to wait. After 10 minutes, a man came out. He was wearing a suit and glasses. "Mr. Reed," the man said, "I am Mr. Peterson. Come to my office." They walked down a hallway. Mr. Peterson's office had a big desk and leather chairs. There were law books on shelves. Austin sat down. "Tell me about your situation," Mr. Peterson said. Austin explained everything. He told Mr. Peterson about his marriage to Cameron, about the divorce, about not knowing Cameron was pregnant, about the 4 children, about wanting to be part of their lives now. Mr. Peterson took notes while Austin talked. "Are you listed on the birth certificates?" Mr. Peterson asked. "No," Austin said. "Cameron did not put my name on them." "Have you ever paid child support?" Mr. Peterson asked. "No," Austin said. "Cameron never asked for it." "Mr. Peterson nodded. He wrote something down. "The first thing we need to do is establish legal paternity," he said. "That means taking a DNA test. Once we confirm you are the biological father, we can add your name to the birth certificates. Then we can set up a formal child support agreement." "How long does all of this take?" Austin asked. "The DNA test takes about 2 weeks for results," Mr. Peterson said. "After that, filing the paperwork takes another few weeks. Total time is probably 1 to 2 months. "Let me do it," Austin said. "All of it. Whatever it costs." Mr. Peterson told Austin the DNA test would cost $500. The legal paperwork would cost $2,000. Austin did not hesitate. "That is fine," he said. "When can we do the DNA test?" "I will set it up for tomorrow," Mr. Peterson said. "You and the children will need to go to a medical clinic. They will swab the inside of your mouths. It is quick and painless." Austin called Cameron that night. "We need to take the children for a DNA test tomorrow," he said. "Why?" Cameron asked. "So I can legally establish that I am their father," Austin said. "Then I can be added to their birth certificates. Then we can set up official child support." Cameron was quiet for a moment. "Okay," she finally said. "What time?" 2 o'clock at the medical clinic on Elm Street," Austin said. The next day, Austin met Cameron and the children at the clinic. It was a small building with a waiting room. A nurse called them back. "This will be very quick," the nurse said. "I just need to swab the inside of everyone's mouth." She started with Austin. She rubbed a cotton swab on the inside of his cheek. Then she did the same with Mason, Tyler, Ava, and Mia. Each swab went into a separate tube with a label. "That is it," the nurse said. "Results will be ready in 2 weeks." The children did not understand what was happening. They just thought they were at the doctor. "Did we do good?" Mia asked. "You did great," the nurse said. She gave each child a sticker. 2 weeks later, Mr. Peterson called Austin. "The results are in," he said. "You are confirmed as the biological father of all 4 children." Austin felt relieved, even though he already knew the truth. "What happens now?" he asked. "Now I file paperwork to have you added to the birth certificates," Mr. Peterson said. "I will also prepare a child support agreement. How much are you willing to pay per month?" Austin thought about it. $1,000, he said. "That is fair," Mr. Peterson said. "I will prepare the documents." 3 weeks later, the birth certificates were updated. Austin's full name was now listed as the father on all 4 certificates. Mason Reed, Tyler Reed, Ava Reed, Mia Reed. Mr. Peterson gave Austin copies of the updated certificates. Austin held them in his hands. He stared at his name printed officially as their father. His eyes filled with tears. "Thank you," Austin said. He drove straight to a frame shop. He bought a frame and had one of the birth certificates framed. When he got home to his apartment, he hung it on the wall in his living room. The next step was creating a formal custody agreement. Mr. Peterson referred Austin to a mediator. Her name was Miss Johnson. She helped divorced parents create custody schedules. Austin and Cameron met at Miss Johnson's office on a Thursday afternoon. It was a small room with a round table and comfortable chairs. Miss Johnson was a woman in her 50s with kind eyes. "I am here to help you both create an agreement that works for your family," she said. "Let us start with living arrangements. Where do the children live?" "With me," Cameron said. "They have always lived with me." "And is that what you both want to continue?" Miss Johnson asked. "Yes," Cameron said. "Yes," Austin agreed. "Cameron should have primary custody, but I want regular visitation." Miss Johnson wrote this down. "What kind of visitation schedule are you thinking?" she asked. Cameron and Austin looked at each other. "Austin already has them every Saturday," Cameron said, "and he picks them up from preschool on Wednesdays." "So Saturday all day and Wednesday afternoon," Miss Johnson said. "Is that working well?" "Yes," Austin said, "but I would like to add more days when Cameron needs help." "That can be flexible," Miss Johnson said. "Now let us talk about child support." $1,000 per month, Austin said. Cameron looked at him. "Are you sure?" she asked. "That is a lot." "I want to help," Austin said. "You have been doing this alone for 4 years. It is the least I can do." Cameron nodded. Her eyes were wet. Miss Johnson wrote everything down. She created a document with all the details. Both Austin and Cameron signed it. The agreement became official. That night, Austin set up automatic payments to Cameron. $1,000 on the first day of every month. He also sent her an extra $500 to help with preschool tuition. On Wednesday, Austin picked up the children from Little Stars Preschool for the first time. The preschool was a small, colorful building on Ross Avenue in East Dallas. There was a playground outside with swings and slides. Austin walked inside at 3 o'clock. There was a woman at the front desk. "I am here to pick up Mason, Tyler, Ava, and Mia Williams," Austin said. The woman looked at her list. "I do not see your name on the approved pickup list," she said. Austin felt his stomach drop. "Their mother gave me permission," he said. "Can you call her?" The woman called Cameron. She spoke quietly on the phone. Then she handed the phone to Austin. "She wants to talk to you," the woman said. "Hello?" Austin said. "I am so sorry," Cameron said. "I forgot to add you to the school forms. Let me talk to Miss Garcia." Cameron explained to the teacher that Austin was the children's father. She gave permission for him to pick them up. Miss Garcia apologized and went to get the children. A few minutes later, all 4 children came running out. "Austin!" they shouted. They hugged him. Other parents stared. Miss Garcia smiled. "They talk about you all the time," she said. Austin drove the children to his apartment in uptown Dallas. But when they got there, Austin realized a problem. His apartment only had 1 bedroom. There was nowhere for the children to play. They all sat on the couch watching television. It was boring. That night, Austin called a real estate agent he knew. Her name was Diane. They worked together sometimes. "I need a bigger apartment," Austin said. 2 bedrooms, in East Dallas near Cameron's building. "I know some places," Diane said. "When do you want to see them?" "As soon as possible," Austin said. That Saturday, Diane showed Austin 3 apartments. The third one was perfect. It was a 2-bedroom apartment on Gaston Avenue. It was only 5 minutes from Cameron's building. It had a living room, a kitchen, and 2 bathrooms. The rent was more expensive than his current apartment, but Austin did not care. "I will take it," he said. He signed the lease that day. He moved in 2 weeks later. Linda and Karen helped him move his furniture. Austin used 1 bedroom for himself. The other bedroom was for the quadruplets. Austin went to a furniture store. He bought 2 sets of bunk beds. He bought a toy chest. He bought a bookshelf. He bought sheets and blankets and pillows. On Saturday, Austin brought the children to see their new room. "This is where you will sleep when you stay with me," Austin said. The children's eyes went wide. "We get our own room?" Mason asked. "Yes," Austin said. "Do you want to help me decorate it?" They went to a store and bought decorations. Mason picked out dinosaur posters. Tyler picked out a picture of a fire truck. Ava found a chart showing the human body and all the organs. Mia picked out pink curtains. They spent the whole afternoon decorating. Austin hung the posters. The children helped him arrange the toys. When they were done, the room looked perfect. It was bright and colorful and full of things the children loved. "Can we sleep here tonight?" Ava asked. Austin looked at his watch. It was almost 4 o'clock. He was supposed to take them back to Cameron. "Not tonight," he said, "but soon, I promise." When Austin took the children home, Cameron came to the door. He told her about the new apartment. "You did not have to do that," she said. "Yes, I did," Austin said. "If I am going to be their father, I need to have space for them." Cameron smiled. It was the first time she had really smiled at him since the engagement dinner. "Come inside for a minute," she said. Austin walked into Cameron's apartment. Cameron went to the kitchen and made coffee. They sat at the small table. "Thank you for doing all the legal stuff," Cameron said. "For the birth certificates and the child support. For getting a bigger apartment. You did not have to do any of that." "Yes, I did," Austin said. "These are my children. This is my responsibility." Cameron nodded. "The children are happy," she said. "They talk about you all the time. Mason tells everyone at preschool that his dad knows about dinosaurs now. Tyler says his dad is teaching him to ride a bike. Ava drew a picture of you at school. Mia sings the songs you taught her." Austin felt warmth spread through his chest. "They are amazing kids," he said. "You did an incredible job raising them." "Thank you," Cameron said quietly. They sat in comfortable silence for a moment. "I think we can make this work," Cameron said. "This co-parenting thing. If we both keep trying." "I will keep trying," Austin promised. "I am not going anywhere." Austin started his new routine immediately. Every Wednesday at 3 o'clock, he picked up the children from Little Stars Preschool. He took them to his apartment on Gaston Avenue. They played in their room with the dinosaur posters and toys. Austin made them snacks. He helped them with their preschool homework. At 7 o'clock, he drove them back to Cameron's apartment. Every Saturday, Austin picked them up at 10 o'clock in the morning. They went to parks or museums or the zoo. Sometimes they just stayed at his apartment and played games. Austin brought them home at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. On the first day of every month, Austin's bank account automatically sent $1,000 to Cameron. He also bought the children new clothes when they needed them. He paid for half of their preschool tuition. Cameron never asked him to do these things. He just did them. 3 weeks went by. Everything was going well. Then on a Thursday night at 11 o'clock, Austin's phone rang. He was asleep. The sound woke him up. He looked at the screen. It was Cameron. "Hello?" Austin answered. His voice was sleepy. "Austin, I need help." Cameron's voice was panicked. "Ava is really sick. She has a high fever. She cannot stop coughing. I think I need to take her to the emergency room." Austin sat up in bed. "Okay," he said. "What can I do?" "I just got home from my night shift," Cameron said. "I am supposed to sleep before the kids wake up. But Ava is so sick. If I take her to the hospital, what do I do with Mason, Tyler, and Mia? They are sleeping. I cannot wake them up and drag them to the emergency room at midnight." Cameron's voice cracked. She was crying. "My parents are in Houston. Karen is out of town. Linda has a cold. I do not know what to do. I am so tired, Austin. I do not know what to do." "I am coming right now," Austin said. Give me 15 minutes. Austin jumped out of bed. He pulled on sweatpants and a t-shirt. He did not brush his teeth. He did not comb his hair. He grabbed his car keys and ran out the door. He drove to Cameron's apartment as fast as he could. The streets were empty. It was the middle of the night. Austin parked and ran up the stairs. He knocked quietly on Cameron's door. Cameron opened it immediately. She was holding Ava. Ava's face was bright red. Her eyes were glassy. She was coughing hard. "Here," Cameron said. She handed Ava to Austin. "Take her to Children's Medical Center on Harry Hines Boulevard. It is the closest emergency room." "What about you?" Austin asked. "I will stay here with the other 3, Cameron said. "They are asleep. I cannot leave them alone." Austin looked down at Ava. She was burning up with fever. He held her close. "It is going to be okay," he told Ava softly. Austin carried Ava down the stairs to his car. He had car seats installed now. He strapped Ava into one of them. She was crying and coughing. "My chest hurts," Ava said. Her voice was so small. "I know, baby," Austin said. "We are going to get you help." Austin drove to Children's Medical Center. It was only 10 minutes away, but it felt like forever. Ava coughed the entire time. Austin kept looking at her in the rearview mirror. At the emergency room, Austin parked near the entrance. He unbuckled Ava and carried her inside. The waiting room was bright with fluorescent lights. There were a few other families waiting. Austin walked up to the desk. A nurse was sitting there. "My daughter is very sick," Austin said. "She has a high fever and she cannot stop coughing." "What is her name?" the nurse asked. "Ava Williams," Austin said. "And who are you?" the nurse asked. "I am her father," Austin said. "Austin Reed." "Can I see identification?" the nurse asked. Austin pulled out his driver's license. He handed it to the nurse. "And do you have insurance information?" the nurse asked. Austin realized he did not know. He pulled out his phone. He called Cameron with his free hand while holding Ava with the other. "Cameron, they need insurance information," Austin said. Cameron read him the insurance card numbers over the phone. The nurse typed everything into the computer. "Okay," the nurse said. "Take a seat. A doctor will see her soon." Austin sat down in a plastic chair. He held Ava in his lap. She put her head on his chest. She was so hot. Austin could feel the fever through her pajamas. After 20 minutes, a nurse called Ava's name. Austin carried her to an examination room. It was small, with a bed and medical equipment. The nurse took Ava's temperature. It was 103 degrees. "That is very high," the nurse said. "The doctor will be here soon." 10 minutes later, a doctor came in. She was a woman with dark hair and kind eyes. Her name tag said Dr. Patel. "Hello, Ava," Dr. Patel said. "I am going to listen to your lungs. Can you take a deep breath for me?" Ava tried to breathe deep. She started coughing hard. Dr. Patel put a stethoscope on Ava's back. She listened carefully. She moved the stethoscope to different spots. Then she looked at Austin. "Ava has pneumonia," Dr. Patel said. "It is a lung infection. She needs antibiotics right away." "Is it serious?" Austin asked. His heart was pounding. "It can be serious if we do not treat it," Dr. Patel said. "But we caught it early. The antibiotics should help. She will need to stay home from preschool for 1 week. She needs rest and lots of water." Dr. Patel wrote a prescription on a pad. She handed it to Austin. "Take this to a pharmacy," she said. "Give Ava 1 teaspoon of the medicine every 12 hours. If her fever does not go down in 2 days, call her pediatrician." "Thank you," Austin said. Austin carried Ava back to his car. He looked at his phone. It was 1 o'clock in the morning. He needed to find a pharmacy that was open. He searched on his phone. There was a 24-hour pharmacy on Mockingbird Lane. Austin drove to the pharmacy. He carried Ava inside. The pharmacist filled the prescription while Austin waited. It took 15 minutes. Austin paid $40. Then he drove back to Cameron's apartment. It was almost 2 o'clock in the morning. Cameron was waiting at the door. She looked so relieved when she saw them. "How is she?" Cameron asked. "She has pneumonia," Austin said. "The doctor gave her antibiotics. She needs to rest for a week." Cameron took Ava from Austin's arms. She held her daughter close. Ava's eyes were closed. The medicine had started to work. She was falling asleep. "Thank you," Cameron whispered to Austin. "Thank you so much." "Of course," Austin said. Cameron carried Ava to her bedroom. Austin sat down on the couch. He was exhausted. He realized he was still wearing sweatpants and no shoes. He had run out of his apartment so fast. Cameron came back out. She sat next to Austin on the couch. "I could not have done that without you," she said. "I've been doing everything alone for so long. Tonight, I did not know what to do. I was so scared." "You can call me anytime," Austin said. "Day or night. If you need help, I will be there." Cameron started crying. Not sad crying, relieved crying. "I am sorry," she said. "I am just so tired. I work so hard. And tonight, I just felt like I could not do it anymore." "But you came. You helped." "That is what co-parents do," Austin said. "We help each other." Cameron wiped her eyes. "Can you stay here during the day tomorrow?" she asked. "I have to work. I cannot take time off. Someone needs to watch Ava and give her the medicine." "I will stay," Austin said immediately. "I will take a week off work." "Are you sure?" Cameron asked. "Yes," Austin said. "Ava is my daughter. This is my responsibility too." Cameron nodded. More tears ran down her face. The next morning, Austin came back to Cameron's apartment at 8 o'clock. Cameron was getting ready for work. She had her scrubs on. "The medicine is on the kitchen counter," Cameron said. "Give Ava 1 teaspoon at 8 o'clock tonight. Make sure she drinks water. There is soup in the refrigerator. The other kids need to be at preschool by 9 o'clock. "I got it," Austin said. Cameron looked at Austin. She looked like she wanted to say something. "What?" Austin asked. "I am scared to trust you," Cameron admitted. "I have been alone for so long. I built walls to protect myself and the kids. But maybe it is okay to let you in. Maybe you really have changed." "I have changed," Austin said. "I am not the same person who ran away 3 years ago." Cameron nodded. She kissed Ava's forehead. Then she left for work. Austin spent the day taking care of Ava. He gave her medicine every 6 hours like the doctor said. He made her chicken soup. He read her books. He let her watch her favorite cartoons. Mason, Tyler, and Mia came home from preschool at 3 o'clock. Cameron's neighbor had picked them up. Austin helped them with their homework. He made them dinner. He gave them baths. He read them bedtime stories. When Cameron came home at midnight, the apartment was clean. The dishes were washed. The toys were put away. All 4 children were asleep in their beds. Cameron found Austin on the couch, folding laundry. She stared at him. "You did not have to do all this," she said. "I wanted to," Austin said. "You work so hard. Let me help." Cameron sat down next to him. "The kids are lucky to have you now," she said quietly. Austin looked at her. "I am the lucky one," he said. "I finally understand what matters. Being a father is hard, but it is the most important thing I will ever do." Cameron smiled. For the first time, she believed him. Austin kept taking care of Ava for the entire week. Every morning, he gave her medicine. He made her soup. He read her books. He helped Mason, Tyler, and Mia with their preschool homework. He made dinner. He cleaned the apartment. He did laundry. Cameron came home every night at midnight and found everything done. She stopped being surprised. She started being grateful. By the end of the week, Ava's fever was gone. Her cough was better. She was smiling again. "Can I go back to preschool?" Ava asked Austin on Friday morning. "Let me call your doctor first," Austin said. He called the pediatrician. The nurse said Ava could return to preschool on Monday if she had no fever for 24 hours. Ava had been fever-free for 2 days. "You can go back on Monday," Austin told Ava. Ava smiled. She hugged Austin. "Thank you for taking care of me," she said. Austin felt his throat get tight. He hugged her back. That Saturday, Austin took all 4 children to his apartment. They jumped on the bunk beds. They played with toys. They colored pictures. Everything felt normal now. The children were comfortable at Austin's apartment. They knew where everything was. They knew the rules. 6 months passed. It was now November. The engagement dinner felt like it had happened years ago. Austin's life was completely different. He still worked as a real estate agent, but now he scheduled his work around the children. He had them every Wednesday afternoon from 3 o'clock until 7 o'clock. He had them every Saturday from 10 o'clock until 4 o'clock. Sometimes Cameron asked him to take them on extra days when she worked overtime. Austin always said yes. Austin paid child support on the first day of every month. $1,000. He never missed a payment. He also bought the children winter coats when the weather got cold. He paid for their preschool field trips. He bought new shoes when theirs got too small. Cameron trusted Austin now. She added his name to every school form. He was listed as an emergency contact. He was on the medical release forms at the pediatrician's office. When the preschool called about Mason getting a bloody nose, they called Austin. He left work immediately and went to pick Mason up. Every Thursday evening, Austin and Cameron had dinner together at a small Mexican restaurant near Cameron's apartment. They talked about the children. They made decisions together. Should Mason start T-ball in the spring? Should Ava go to the advanced reading program? Should they sign Mia up for singing lessons? They were not together romantically. That part of their relationship was over. But they had built something better. They were friends. They were partners in raising their children. Cameron was less tired now. She still worked 2 jobs, but Austin helped. She could sleep on Saturday mornings while Austin had the children. She could go grocery shopping alone on Wednesday evenings. She could take a long shower without 4 children knocking on the door. Austin was not perfect. 2 weeks ago, he forgot to pack Mason's inhaler when they went to the park. Mason started having trouble breathing. Austin panicked. He called Cameron. She drove to the park with the inhaler. She was calm, but firm. "Mason's inhaler goes everywhere he goes," she said. "Set a reminder on your phone so you never forget." Austin felt terrible. He apologized to Cameron and to Mason. "I am sorry," he said. "I made a mistake. It will not happen again." He set 3 reminders on his phone. 1 for Mason's inhaler, 1 for Tyler's peanut allergy, 1 for Ava's allergy medicine. He would never forget again. But Cameron saw that Austin learned from his mistakes. He did not make excuses. He apologized and did better next time. That was all she could ask for. One Wednesday afternoon, Austin was at a coffee shop in uptown Dallas. He was waiting to meet a client. He ordered a coffee and sat at a table by the window. The door opened. A woman walked in. Austin's heart stopped. It was Jessica. She was holding hands with a tall man with blonde hair. They were laughing together. Jessica looked happy. She looked healthy. She had gained back the weight she lost. Jessica saw Austin. She stopped laughing. The man noticed and looked at Austin too. Jessica walked over to Austin's table. The man stayed by the counter. "Hi, Austin," Jessica said. "Hi, Jessica," Austin said. They stood there awkwardly for a moment. "How are you?" Jessica asked. "I am good," Austin said. "Really good. How are you?" "I am good too," Jessica said. Austin pulled out his phone. He opened his photos. He showed Jessica pictures of the quadruplets. There was a picture of Mia singing at her preschool play, a picture of Mason holding a trophy from his t-ball team, a picture of Tyler reading a book, a picture of Ava showing off her science project. "They are beautiful," Jessica said. "Thank you," Austin said. Mia just had her first solo in the preschool play. Mason joined a t-ball team. Tyler is learning to read chapter books. Ava won a science contest. Jessica could see how proud Austin was. She could hear it in his voice. She could see it on his face. "You are happy," she said. "I am," Austin admitted. "Being their father is hard work, but it is the best thing I have ever done." Jessica nodded. She looked back at the man waiting for her. "That is Ryan," she said. "He is a teacher. We met at a school event 3 months ago." "He seems nice," Austin said. "He is," Jessica said. "He wants to meet my parents next month." "That is great," Austin said. And he meant it. "I could never have understood your choice," Jessica said quietly. "I needed someone who could put me first. That was not wrong. But you needed to put your children first. That was not wrong either. We just were not right for each other." "No," Austin agreed. "We were not." Jessica smiled. It was not a sad smile. It was peaceful. "I am glad you found what you were looking for," she said. "You too," Austin said. Jessica walked back to Ryan. They ordered their coffee and left together. Austin watched them go. He did not feel sad. He did not feel regret. He felt grateful. Grateful that he made the right choice. Grateful for his children. Linda was now a full-time grandmother. Every Thursday afternoon, she picked up the quadruplets from the preschool. She took them to her house on Maple Street. She made them snacks. She helped with homework. She played with them in the backyard. On Sundays, Linda took the children to church. They sat in the front row. Mia sang loudly during the hymns. Mason asked questions after the sermon. Tyler fell asleep on Linda's lap. Ava drew pictures on the church bulletin. Linda did not mind. She was just happy to have them there. Karen visited every weekend now. She brought her boyfriend, David. David was a teacher. He was good with children. He played dinosaurs with Mason. He built block towers with Tyler. He colored with Ava. He listened to Mia sing. The children loved Uncle David. "I am proud of you," Karen told Austin one Sunday. "I did not think you could change, but you proved me wrong." On the first Saturday in December, Austin organized a birthday party for the quadruplets. They were turning 5 years old. Austin had been planning the party for 2 months. The party was at Linda's house. Linda had a big backyard. Austin rented a bounce house shaped like a castle. He bought balloons, blue ones for the boys, pink ones for the girls. He ordered a big cake from a bakery. It had 5 candles on top. Cameron's parents drove up from Houston. Their names were Mr. and Mrs. Williams. They were kind people. They hugged Austin when they arrived. "Thank you for being part of their lives," Mrs. Williams said. "It means everything to Cameron." "Thank you for raising her to be such a strong woman," Austin said. Karen came with David. Linda invited her friends from church. There were 20 people in the backyard. The children ran around laughing. They jumped in the bounce house. They played tag on the lawn. They ate pizza and fruit. At 3 o'clock, Linda called everyone together. She brought out the birthday cake. It was huge and decorated with superheroes. Austin lit the 5 candles. Everyone sang Happy Birthday. The children's faces glowed in the candlelight. "Make a wish," Cameron said. All 4 children closed their eyes. They blew out the candles together. Everyone clapped. "What did you wish for?" Austin asked. "I wished for a puppy," Mason said. "I wished for a real fire truck," Tyler said. "I wished to go to Disney World," Ava said. "What about you, Mia?" Austin asked. Mia looked around at everyone, at her mother and her father, at Grandma Linda and Aunt Karen and Uncle David, at her grandparents from Houston, at all the people who loved her. "I wished for our family to always be together," Mia said. Austin felt tears in his eyes. Cameron was crying too. Linda wiped her face with a napkin. After the cake, the children opened presents. Austin gave Mason a big book about dinosaurs. He gave Tyler a toy fire truck with real lights and sounds. He gave Ava a doctor playset with a stethoscope and toy medicine. He gave Mia a karaoke machine with a microphone. The children were so excited they tackled Austin in a group hug. He fell backwards on the grass, laughing. Linda took a picture. Later in the afternoon, the party started winding down. Some guests left. The children were eating ice cream in the backyard. Cameron found Austin sitting on the porch steps. She sat down next to him. "This is the best birthday they ever had," Cameron said. "I am glad," Austin said. "I wish I had been there for the first 4 birthdays." "You cannot change the past," Cameron said. "But you are here now. That is what matters." They sat quietly for a moment. They watched the children play. "Did you ever think we would get to this place?" Austin asked. "Co-parenting peacefully, being friends." "No," Cameron admitted. "When you walked away, I thought I would raise them alone forever. I thought you would never come back." "I am sorry I left," Austin said. "I know," Cameron said. "But people can change. You changed." She looked at Austin. "The kids are lucky to have you," she said. "I am the lucky one," Austin said. "I finally understand what is important. Being a father is not easy, but it is the most important thing I will ever do." The sun was setting. The sky was orange and pink. The backyard was filled with the sound of children laughing. Mason ran over to Austin. He grabbed his hand. "Dad, come look at what I built in the sandbox," Mason said. "Dad." Mason called him Dad. It was the first time. Austin felt his heart might burst. Tyler and Ava ran over too. They pulled on Austin's other hand. "Come on, Dad," they said together. Mia climbed onto Austin's shoulders. She was holding her stuffed rabbit. Austin stood up. He was surrounded by his 4 children. He looked at Cameron. She was smiling. He looked at Linda and Karen. They were watching him with proud faces. 1 year ago, Austin was planning to propose to Jessica. He was living a lie. He was running from his past. He thought happiness meant pretending his children did not exist. Now he knew better. Happiness was Mia on his shoulders. It was Mason holding his hand. It was Tyler and Ava pulling him toward the sandbox. It was Cameron trusting him. It was Linda being proud of him. Happiness was being exactly where he was supposed to be. Austin walked across the backyard with his children. The birthday balloons bobbed in the wind. The bounce house stood tall. The cake was mostly gone. The presents were scattered on the grass. This was his family, messy and loud and imperfect. But it was real, and it was his. For the first time in his life, Austin Reed was home. If you enjoyed today's video, I'm sure you'll love the next one. Don't waste time. Just click on the screen